All right. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for being on this call. It is period 3, and it's time to recognize our great general managers out in the field. We have a U.S. strategic business plan. We have 5 pillars in that plan. Just as a quick reminder, it's fun and energizing place to work where we look at training and the culture in the restaurant, great restaurant experiences where we look at speed of service and overall satisfaction and that zone of affection. Fast food done right, which we really zero in on taste and French fry taste more specifically. Big in breakfast. It's all about driving sales during the breakfast day part. Profit means growth, so we look at same restaurant sales, customer count compared to last year, and mobile, digital, which is a huge part of our business, and then the total package, all 5 pillars put together. Every period we have one restaurant that leads the way in our U.S. strategic plan. I have all those managers here. I'm super excited to introduce them to you guys and really kind of talk about best demonstrated practices. What are they doing in their restaurants that are driving these results, and asking them to share that with us, but also giving them credit where credit is due. They're doing an amazing job out there in a really tough market where business is just flowing in right now from all the stimulus checks, but then the perfect storm is we don't have people to work because of the stimulus checks in some cases. So just a tough climate out there, and I appreciate all your guys' time. Let's go ahead and start out in Cameron, Missouri, store 8716, where we've got Marie Mushy and Linda Gray. Linda Gray's the general manager out there, and she's leading the way in the fun and energizing place to work. Manager certifications at 14, crew certifications at 19, and then health and safety, friendliness and cleanliness, that culture of a fun and energizing place to work in the upper 70s, near 80%. Ladies, thank you so much for coming in here and taking some time out of your schedule to share some of your best demonstrated practices. What's going on out there in Cameron, Missouri, and how can we apply that to our restaurants across the territory?
Well, one of the things that we're working on is the communication down to the crew level. So in order to do that, we have developed a new poster every month, and it just talks about our goals, and it talks about what is going on for the month. Like here we applied the digital app so that people can download it.
Yeah. And so communication is such a huge part of the culture, right? What you track improves. We hear that all the time in our industry. That's awesome.
Going to tell us about some of the new things that we're doing and some of the old things that we've done in the past.
Okay, perfect, Linda.
So the biggest thing that I try to stress here at our restaurant is to treat our crew as family, and maybe then in the end they will stay longer. So we started offering the Spot Me Fives for every compliment a while back.
Now, Spot Me Five, what is that exactly?
Every time you get a customer compliment on SMG and they say their name in the compliment, they get $5 cash on the spot. And all of them love cash, so they love the Spot Me Five.
Hey, I love cash too.
Right?
I need to come out there and get a $5 bill.
Right. So we started offering the referral bonus, which is cash in their pocket too. Okay. They get $10 when one of their friends is hired. After they stay 30 days, they get another $10. After 60 days, another $10. And when they get to the 90-day mark, they get $20. So they get $50 cash at each, at the end of their friend getting hired, and if they stay for 90 days.
Perfect.
So they love the cash. And then we offered free meals a long time ago for everybody. But we just started doing the creative posters. And like for St. Patrick's Day, we got like the fun glasses and the headbands for all the crew to wear. Yeah. And we had prizes for different things in the store. They had cash prizes for those, or like a free meal, or something like that. On Easter, we did bunny ears, and we had an Easter egg hunt, and we hid Easter eggs throughout the store, like where it was special cleaning places that they might not normally go to.
That's smart.
And if they cleaned that spot, and there was prizes in there too with cash, like $5 and $10, and so they were really excited about getting those.
Nice.
And then we did the prizes for both of the holiday things. And then we just started a program for our crew and managers. If they go above and beyond, they get their name put in a drawing. And every store has one crew person that wins each week, and they get a $25 gift card.
Wow.
And say if they stay over their shift, or if they come in early, or if they take a shift that somebody else, called in, they get their name in the drawing for each one of those.
Yeah.
So they love that $25 gift card.
Kind of what I'm hearing from you is that, a lot of times that we just take our surroundings and we just feel like we have to accept it, right? We have to accept the staffing issues. We have to accept the people issues, but going above and beyond, it's that intentional effort to do something about it. And it sounds like you guys are doing something about it. You've got communication, you're doing things to retain team members, right? I mean, we did a study that we all know that it's tough to get applications, but what we're not even looking at is the retention piece, right? Like, let's not lose the ones we have, right? And that's what we talk about with this fun and energizing place to work. And it all starts with training. There's a chart here that I'll put up on the screen that we did some work on staffing and being shorthanded or being staffed, and how that relates to training. And we take the territory and we split it into quarters, right? And on the left-hand side of this chart is our restaurants, the top quarter of our restaurants that train their people the most. And you'll see that they are only understaffed by one person. Now, it's not the end all be all. It's not the perfect recipe, but the numbers show that the trend is that if you train your people, you're probably going to retain them. Because if you look at the far right-hand side of this graph, you'll see that these are the restaurants that don't train the people. They're averaging 6, 7 certifications per team member, and they're short 5 staff members. So this chart shows, and what you're doing out in the restaurant shows that, let's train people, let's create that fun and energizing environment with all these great ideas that you guys have with the bunny ears. I need to come do an Easter egg hunt out at your restaurant. So, but thank you very much for doing everything that you do, Linda and Marie. Your leadership in St. Joe, Missouri, and Cameron it's outstanding, and we're so lucky to have you guys, and I'm so glad that you were able to come on this video. So thank you very much, and thank the customer right behind you for coming in and eating Wendy's. Yes, hello, yes, we are talking to you. All right, so, well, let's go ahead and move to the next pillar, which is great restaurant experiences, where we look at OSAT, the zone of defection, and the speed of service. So let's go to 8251 in Kansas City, Missouri. Robert Ross, where at his restaurant, his overall satisfaction for the rolling 90 days at the end of period 3 was 82.9, and an incredible 0% zone of defection. No defected customers out of this restaurant. And then speed of service over indexing at 88.2%. Robert, you're here with Mike Johns, and I know Regina's on the call as well with the Hamra Group. Robert, come off mute and tell us some of the things that you're doing out there to drive these great results and great restaurant experiences.
Yeah, so to piggyback off what Marie said, it's all about getting it down to the crew, communicating your goals, telling them what's important to you. And obviously one of the biggest things that's important to us is our customers. Without them, we don't have and everything like that. So we got to do what we can to make sure that they come through and get the, best service that we can get. We focus on speed, quality. And the big thing when we're talking about zone of defection is that we're going to make mistakes for humans, but the thing is how we can make mistakes and be able to say, okay, we messed up. What can we do to make it better? And make sure we learn from those mistakes to, keep going forward and doing well. and, you know, making the customers great experience every time.
Now that's awesome. Now, Robert, you're up there at Tiffany Springs. It's near the airport in Kansas City. Now, Mike Johns, he's your district manager. Mike, are you out there? Oh, maybe not. I was going to see if he would come on and say some awesome things about you. I know that you're doing some really great things out at Tiffany Springs, and we really appreciate all the hard work you're doing out there. And I can tell whenever I'm in your restaurant that you're a people person. I see you coaching all the time. You're always talking. You're the guy that when you show up, they're like, ah, Robert's here. That's awesome. You know, it's like this relief, right? You're not the guy that's not leading and not taking care of their people. So I really appreciate what you're doing up there. I know that we've got a big visit coming here in a couple days, a couple weeks probably, from Deepak. He's coming out to see you to give you a big high five. So congratulations there as well. All right. All right, Robert, thank you very much. Let's go ahead and keep moving on to the next pillar, which is fast food done right. Let's go out to Topeka, Kansas, where we got Jenny and George with Legacy Group out in Topeka, Kansas. You know, what's funny is I just got off a business review call, and for the whole Dallas division, the Topeka DMA, with the leadership out there from Mo and George and getting great general managers like Jenny, Topeka was actually the most improved DMA in the entire Dallas division, which is just incredible. You guys are doing some great things out there, specifically at store 3415 in Topeka, Kansas, where she's got an 89.7, almost a 90 accuracy on VOC. Taste is at 86.2, but what's really interesting and I love is that French fry taste specifically over indexes her regular taste score, which means you guys are doing fries right. And when you do fries right, we all know that that's what 8 out of 10 of our customers want, and you're driving sales and executing really well out there. So Jenny, go ahead and come off mute and tell us some of the things that you're doing to drive those results.
Well, for one thing, our WeLearns are at a 19.85, so we have all our people being trained so they can be they're cross-trained. So everybody can work anything, which helps a lot when you have the call-ins that tend to happen, and that helps us get everybody served right. For the fries, we do half baskets of fries, so it's less equals more because you use less fries, but you put them down more often, you get fresh hot fries. We do the managers, me, the opening manager, and our shift lead, we all communicate and we have a great working relationship, which keeps us having everybody informed on what's going on, so there's no surprises. And have a good district manager like George helps a lot too. You
know, I really like George. Is he going to poke his head in over there? Hey, George. There he is.
Hello, everybody.
All right, now get 6 feet away from her again.
All right.
George, you're doing great. Jenny, great job out there. You mentioned very first, right out of the gate, this training piece, right? 19 trained. Just because you mentioned it first, I'm going to imagine that you think that this is something that drives these results, is the training piece. You got to get that out of the way, right? And I think, Linda, if you'd come off mute just real quick, and Jenny, both of you are driving this training piece. How would you feel if I put you in a restaurant that had average WeLearn of 5?
We'd be spending a lot of time on computers.
But that's something you would attack first, right?
Right.
Oh yeah.
We got to get you trained. I can't get the results unless I get you trained, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, that's what I believe, and we keep running into this theme, this commonality in restaurants that are doing it right and doing it well in the training piece. So thank you, Jenny, for all that you're doing out there. I'm going to come out and see you soon. I got to get out to Topeka. The best improvement in a DMA in the entire Dallas division, and you are driving that improvement. So thank you very much. Real quick, how long have you been there at that location?
This location, well, until Saturday, I will have been here almost a year and a half. But on
Almost.
Saturday's our last day, and we're being shut down and rebuilt.
Well, I think that that's amazing, and that's a testament to Legacy Group and their investment into the brand. Getting a brand new restaurant, you couldn't have a better foundation than the one that you're given that brand new restaurant. So thank you very much. Good luck on the scrape and rebuild, and we're gonna see you on this call a lot, I think. Thank you very much, Jenny. I appreciate you. Bye, George. Thanks, man. Wait, don't go anywhere. You got to stay on the camera the whole time. But let's go ahead.
I'm on the camera.
Well, let's move out to Shawnee, Kansas, with Talia Reza. She is with Legacy Group as well in Kansas City. Well, Shawnee, Kansas, which is a suburb of Kansas City. Store 2262. The general manager out there is Alberto Diaz, and he's having a little bit of trouble with technology today. I'm not sure if we got him on, but Talia is here to represent and to talk about Alberto and what a great job he's doing out there in Shawnee, Kansas. Overall satisfaction during the breakfast day part's 100%. I don't think you can get any better than that. My math isn't always that great, but I think 100% is the best you can do. Breakfast sales at almost 13% mix. This is great performance. Obviously, the performance is driving the sales. But Talia, tell us what some of the things that Alberto's doing out there in Shawnee, Kansas, that's helping him be big in breakfast.
Hi guys. So for starters, we have Alberto. He has a really solid breakfast team. He has the same people that's been working him forever that he's retained, and they love working for him. He's also really quick in their drive-through. Their speed of service is just excellent. So they're in a hurry in the mornings, our customers, so they want their food as fast as they can get it. And not only that, they're super friendly, and the ladies know every single customer that comes in. So it's just a really nice touch that they have.
That's awesome. There's a lot to say for the return customers, because that's what our breakfast day part is, right? These people don't make breakfast at home. They don't eat cereal. They always get it from some fast place, and if you're not fast and it's not good, they're going to go back to the Frozen Arches or wherever they go, right? So this repeat customers, heavy users, what we call them in the industry, that's what drives breakfast sales. Now, the only way you can get heavy users is to take care of them, treat them right, and at breakfast, it's all about giving them what they paid for and doing it fast, right? Well, Talia, I appreciate you coming on here for Alberto. Tell him that we appreciate all the things that he's doing. He's driving breakfast sales, and that's awesome in this territory. And thank you for your leadership out there in that group as well.
Thanks. I'll let him know.
All right. Thanks. Moving on to the last pillar, which is profit means growth. We got Lucas Buck here with his manager, Mike McLeod, in Olathe, Kansas, store 2264. Profit means growth. It's all about same restaurant sales and customer count, but we moved into this mobile business, right? Mobile is driving a lot of our sales because talking about heavy users, they also spend more money on mobile. Mobile, I like to say, is the best thing that's happened to our business since the drive-through was invented. If we just embrace it and talk positively about it, we're going to drive sales. But Mike, why don't you come off mute? Tell us a few of the things that you're doing out there that's driving such great sales. Same restaurant sales at almost 42% compared to last year. And when you look at 2-year comps, it's way up as well. So it's not just the COVID thing. But Mike, how are things going out there? Let us know what you're doing to drive those results.
Well, one of the things that we've really focused on this year is the throughput and identifying the areas that we can make the most impact. And in doing that, we identified the area of dinner being the most opportune that we have. Our sales for dinner, the check average is anywhere from $14, $15 on our busier nights, and realizing if we could push more cars through, we're going to make more money with that. So when we identified that problem, we had to find a staff that would be able to help us to maintain that, and we've been working hard to get that done, and our staff now is quantitatively better than the staff we had a year ago, a year and a half ago when I took over the restaurant. So
that's awesome. You've done a lot of great things in the last year, Mike. I'm so glad that you're on this call. I know I see Lucas there shaking his head up and down. Lucas, what? Tell us about Mike. I mean, he's really turned this restaurant around. He's really done a great job out there.
Absolutely agree with that. I tell you what, when I was able to get Mike on my team, holy cow. Just the changes that this man has made in the last year and a couple months since he's been at this restaurant. Obviously, he's reaping the benefits. Our customers reap the benefits. There isn't a day where I come to this restaurant, and if I take any moment in the guest area, that someone doesn't stop me and be like, hey, are you a manager? I'll tell you what, something's going right here, because I used to not come here, but now I have to come here because it's just doing so much better than it has every day.
I love it. I love it. You know, I shared I like to share numbers and graphs. I don't know if you guys knew that, but I shared some repeat customers, right? And when you say that something's going on here, our guests, they love Wendy's. We've been around for 50 plus years, and they're going to go find their Wendy's, right? So there's some sort of comfort here with the corporate office, is that we know we're not going to lose our customers. Well, we lose customers every day, but what I'm saying is that they're going to go find their Wendy's wherever they're going to go, right? But what they really want is to come back to their restaurant, right? And Mike, you've allowed a lot of people to come back to your restaurant, but you've also stolen that share from our competitors, which is a great job. You deserve a big round of applause and accolades. And hey, there it goes. Everybody's doing it. So good job, Mike, out there. We appreciate all your hard work. Keep driving those sales, man, because sales cure all, right? I think I just made that up. Did I just make that up? No, I didn't make that up. Marie's like, no, Mike, you haven't made anything up. Been around a while. So, all right. So I'm kind of stalling here a little bit because this next one isn't a real big deal, right? Brandon, you guys are out there. I see Brandon there. Matthew Hutchison, I see you there. Somebody's trying to get in your office. Trying to put the headset back. They're working back there, aren't they, Matt?
Yes, they are.
Yes, they are. Well, Matt, you've topped the list. So if we take all 5 pillars of our business plan, U.S. strategic business plan, and you take them all 5 together, you're the top restaurant in period 3. Now you've been in the top 5 to 10 for like 6 months now. And in fact, about 7 or 8 months ago, you won this award you earned this award before I was even doing these videos. So this would have been your second time with the title of top general manager. I'm so glad that you got on today. Matthew, you're a leader. I see you in other restaurants helping other general managers. What I'm asking you today is, we've got a lot of general managers watching this video right now. What are some of the top line things? What drives your success? What are you doing out there at Chatham Road in Kansas City that's driving that success, Matthew? Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you so much. I can also say is, I'm a people person, and I like to get involved with my team members. I'm well focused. I like to be well focused on training, because at the end of the day, if your employees is not trained properly, guess what? You're gonna get dissatisfied customers every single time they come through. So
you drive training as well. Training drives a lot of your success, right?
Yes.
Yep.
And my speed is a lot of my success. I kind of constantly teach my team members if they actually follow baseball or not. And then some say they do, some say they don't. But I said the main key thing from scoring in baseball, you got to keep the line moving. You have to keep the line moving.
Got to keep the line moving. I love it. We say in the business, keep the tires rolling, right? We've heard that before, but I love keep the lines moving. Obviously a Royals fan. We ought to go out to a Royals game someday. And I like the training piece, the people person, the training piece. If you're a general manager out there and you're wondering, why am I struggling so much? Why is this job so hard? You know, aim small, miss small is another thing we say in baseball, right?
Yes.
I'm not trying to hit a baseball. I'm trying to hit the seam on the baseball, right? Aim
Yes.
small, miss small. There are things in our business that drive results. And one of those things is training. If you look at your WeLearns and see a 6 or a 7 or an 8, that's what's holding you back. Take care of that. Just go take care of that right away, right? And I
Yes.
always say, look around your restaurant. When I look at very well run restaurants, there's another thing that's very common is it's very clean. And I would invite anybody to go out to Matt's restaurant anytime. And this restaurant is pristine, it's clean, it's new, and it's, what is it, 25 feet away from a McDonald's?
Yes.
And you guys are breaking records. You guys just broke a record not too long ago. You're like right next to a competitor and you're stealing it. You're stealing it, Matt. So congratulations, man. Great performance in period 3, but you've also done this for a long time. You also have a visit coming in the next couple weeks from Mr. Deepak to give you a big high five as well. And just congratulations, you're doing a great job. And with that said, everybody, all the general managers, thank you very much. Know that you're appreciated. Know that we know that you're driving these results, right? And the district managers are like, yep, these are the ones that are driving the results. And we appreciate you. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for your time. And we'll see you on this call soon again, right? Keep driving those results. Keep leading, okay?